Well, I'm Tom Kessinger, born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky. Extensive family in the area. Attended the University of Kentucky. Started dating my wife, Amy, while we were in college. We have 3 kids who are 27, 25, and 23, the youngest of which works here, as you met before. So we have an extended family. Amy and I have 3 children, natural-born children. As I mentioned before, 27 is Bobby. He lives in Denver, works in the expanding blockchain world of NFTs and Bitcoin. I don't really understand it, but he loves it, so it's super fun. Our daughter Delia is in accounting, newly employed with Gray Construction, and is super excited about that opportunity. And then Louie, who works here and is doing all of our planning items for the team. But then we have our 3 godchildren. And so it's a little bit of just when you think you're an empty nester, just kidding, you're not, because they're 11, 7, and 4. And they come and stay with us from time to time, and we try to encourage their educational makeup and help them just get acclimated to the world around them. And they're awesome kids, and we just love having them around. They definitely keep us young. Okay, so a few things that I enjoy are golf. I'm not very good, but I enjoy playing. I love to read. I'm an extensive reader in terms of current events as well as books. And Amy and I love to travel. Well, Amy and I have taken several, but we had a trip in 2014 to Kenya with some friends related to some mission work that they were doing, which has really impacted our lives in that we started a feeding program over there in the slums of Nairobi, which is the capital of Kenya. And we have been sponsoring children over there since 2015. And today that is 26 children going to various different schools to try to get education into their lives that otherwise perhaps wouldn't be the case. In addition to that, there's a feeding program and a medical program associated with that outreach. Now, Amy's been highly involved with that, and I go over every other year and check on what the status of the program is. But those are our favorite trips. Yeah, the history of the Kessinger Lee Group actually predates either Chris or myself. So my grandfather started in the business in 1949 as a traditional stockbroker and had his own brokerage firm. And then in 1958, he affiliated with then J.J.B. Hilliard and Sons, who merged with W.L. Lyons and Sons in 1968. And then Hilliard Lyons was incorporated in 1972, and that led to my father joining the business in 1976, of which he left the advisory business in 1986 to become a thoroughbred horse trainer. Meanwhile, I became the janitor of Hilliard Lyons in 1986 and took out the trash and cleaned all the ashtrays until I graduated college in 1993, at which point I joined my grandfather in his practice. And so really the Kessinger part of a partnership started in 1993. I graduated from the University of Kentucky with a degree in accounting, and then Chris Lee joined us in 2002 as my grandfather began to slow down his day-to-day business. And Ben joined us as Chris and I grew the business. He joined us in 2011, and then in 2023, Louie officially joined the team. And so you've got Ben, Chris, and myself as advisors, Louie coming on as a junior advisor and planning specialist. And that is how the last, oh my gosh, what is that? 60, 70, 80 years worth of history of the Kessinger Lee Group has developed. Yeah, so in 1993, having joined Hilliard Lyons as a trainee, as a stockbroker trainee, which included the typical cold calling clients to try to help them own tax-free municipal bonds or whatever blue chip stocks were out there. That was sort of the how that you started in the early 1990s. That really morphed in the late 1990s with the dot-com boom and bust into being far more advisory. And so we created programs that really gave us a ton more education. It's at that point that I became interested in management and assisted in the management of the downtown Lexington office. Then in 2009, we created a separate branch in Lexington so that there were two. I ran that office really from 2009 until 2017, and then had the opportunity to work in our home office as president of Hilliard Lyons from 2017 to 2019, and that gave me a really broad overview of the entire industry, what it's like to run a firm on a day-to-day basis, how the ins and outs of formation of capital works, and then had the great opportunity to be on the team to lead the merger with our partners at Baird, and they were just simply incredible, and here we are today. And so that has run the gamut of me going from advisor into management and then back into full-time advising. And all facets of those have given me a unique perspective into just how people work and how they work well together. My favorite part of the job is working with our clients, many of which we've worked with for decades, and we are on the third and fourth generation of some of these families that started with us in 1949. It's just such a pleasure to see their financial goals come true, and it's been awesome to witness that. The other part that we love is just getting together as a team. We love working in the office with each other. Chris, Ben, Louie, Ashley, Amy, Catherine, and Sally, and it's just so much fun to come to work and interact and mesh ideas together with all these fun people.